Hey, welcome to the channel. So if you hold crypto, any type of crypto from Bitcoin to meme coins, this is your video. We're going to talk about the fact that we have to get through the next week or so, get into January. Why is this important? What's going to happen in January that's going to positively impact crypto and ultimately positively impact you and your crypto wallets. You know what I'm saying? And make you more money, right? So let's break this down. As always, I appreciate you, and do two things for me if you already haven't done so. Can't talk today. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. If you're watching this over on X, hit the follow button if you are so interested or inclined. Okay, so look, I've been talking about this in videos. I've been talking about this for a while. I've said, look, the Santa rally has absolutely been canceled. It just vaporized. It just went up in smoke, if you will. A week ago, Wednesday, not this week, not Christmas week, but last week, it went bye-bye, right? Why? Because the Federal Reserve came out and, took two Federal Reserve interest rate decreases away from us for 2024. In September of this year, they had promised us that they would give us 4 federal interest rate cuts. Can't talk today, my goodness, in 2025. Now they're saying they're only gonna give us 2. You may not care. You may be like, okay, does that really impact? Yeah, that is the single reason that you saw crypto get derailed. Last Wednesday, we saw $550 billion of market cap evaporate within about 48 hours. We've since clawed back about 100 billion of that market capitalization, but ultimately that's what derailed the Santa rally, and I think pretty much completely did us in for December. Okay, so that's the bad news. I expect the rest of December to be what we are getting now, down 2% on a given day, up maybe 1%. Today we're down, Bitcoin's down 2% right now. All of cryptos are flat, down, all that kind of stuff. And it is what it is. Okay, so now let's focus our attention and turn our attention to January. Historically, there's been some mixed years, but historically, January, February have been pretty good for us. Now, in 2022 and 2023, not great. 2022 is because Russia invaded Ukraine. That was a global event that, again, derailed crypto, created uncertainty, created doubt. 23 was just kind of a little bit flat. But perspective, if you look back at Ethereum, you look back at Bitcoin, Januaries and Februaries are usually pretty decent. And with that, that's a historical perspective. Let's take that, put it aside, and talk about just the fact of what we have happening in January. Well, we got Trump taking office on January 20th. Regardless of how you feel about the man, his politics, you like him, you don't like him, he has stood up and stood strong and said he is putting crypto front and center. He is looking to make Bitcoin part of the strategic reserve. If that single one thing happens, you could see Bitcoin go to 300,000 plus inside of a month. I mean, that's how big of a deal that will be. That's how big of a deal the euphoria around it, as well as global media coverage, as well as institutional investment dollars coming in that historically wouldn't have come in. They will start buying Bitcoin themselves, and you will see a price run up on Bitcoin. Now, if you don't own Bitcoin, you don't care. You should own some Bitcoin, just my opinion. But that will have a positive impact on all of crypto. That will lift crypto up out of the proverbial, doldrums that it's in right now. That's something that could happen. But meanwhile, put that aside. What else is going to happen? He's putting crypto legislation front and center. We're going to get legislation started. We got a new head of the SEC and SEC chairman, Paul Atkins, pro-crypto. We have a crypto czar now as part of Trump's advisory council. We got a lot of good things happening, right? And there's more than that, but there, I just want to keep this video really short to say, look, December's done. Tread water right now while we get through December. We got to get into January. January is when I think all things will change. Now, I do not have a crystal ball. Could there be something on a global scale that'll derail it? Sure. That's always possible, because there is a lot of fear and there's a lot of uncertainty right now in crypto as well as in stocks because of that Federal Reserve thing I told you about at the very beginning of the video. That created uncertainty in the market, right? And so looking forward, January, February is what I'm focusing on. All expectations are that we will see Bitcoin go to 150,000 by the end of March. That's kind of been the expectation, the rule, if you will. The bears are in control right now. There's a lot of short positions out there. There's a lot of liquidations that may be happening in the next day or so by the end of the month as well, because a lot of those contracts expire, regardless if you're on the short side or on the long position. See how that plays out. Again, December's just been kind of rough because of everything I just said in this video. So, focusing on January, focusing on the positive, and that's where we're at. So I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. I'll see you. Go make some money. Take care. Bye.